Hi guys, glad to be here. I'm Patrik Settlin. I'm the CEO of Litium. I'm here to tell you about what we do at Litium and what we see for ourselves in the future. So to give you a little bit more color on my person, I got a long background in e-commerce. I've been the managing director for Komplett in Denmark and Sweden for a bunch of years, 5-6 years, running e-commerce business in the front line, and also been the CEO of CDON when we did the transformation to the marketplace that CDON is today. And prior to joining Litium here, I did 4 years at Visma Group, which you probably have heard of know of, which is today the leading one of the leading software SaaS companies in Europe. I had a role as CPO there at the largest Swedish company called Visma SPCS in accounting and ERP and HR systems. So did a bit of business development, a bit of product development, and some M&A. So and now I've been at Litium for 1 year, and for me that's pretty much a dream job. It's a e-commerce in combination with building software companies, so I get to help a lot of various companies to run efficient and winning e-commerce businesses. So Litium. Litium is a tech company within e-commerce. We are on a mission to make our customers outperform their peers in digital commerce. We do this by providing them with the tools to drive sales of products in a large scale, enable them to build brand and great customers experience, and also to be able to enable them to grow fast, scale fast to different channels, different markets in a good way. You might not have heard of Litium because we're not exactly a household brand per se, but unless you're in our target market, then you probably know us. But if you've been shopping in the Nordics as well-known players like Jolly Room for kids and child stuff, or Outdoor, Revolution Race, or Houdini Sports, or fashion through Lindex, or Gudrun Sjödén, or beauty by Nordic Feel and 11 maybe. Those are examples of some Nordic champions in their categories that are using the Litium platform to run their digital commerce. Our product, it's a platform for digital commerce. The main components in that platform is what's called in tech terms CMS, which is the presentation layer, everything you usually see when you come to an online store. You got the PIM for everything product and commerce for everything order and campaign. We deliver this through cloud service, and it's a SaaS business model, so customers subscribe to the platform. We go to market with partners, so we got a pretty extensive partner network in Scandinavia today, which, of course, when this is done right, is good leverage in a partner model. It takes a bit more time sometimes to get it going, to really fly, but it's an efficient and scalable model when you actually make it in a good way. The solution per se is global. Many customers sell all over the globe, but our target market is Scandinavia. We're focused on targeting Scandinavian companies primarily. We've been doing this for a while, all the way back since '98 when Litium was formed, but back then it was an e-commerce consultancy firm building e-commerce solutions customized for customers. During the 2000s, we gradually transformed it into product, and it was productify. And in 2013, the consultancy part was carved out, and Litium, as we know it today, was actually born in 2013, a new company. So since then, it's a pure product company within e-commerce. Then, since then, we've been adding capabilities to the company, both on the tech side, of course, but also on the business side. Our latest milestone now was being listed at the Nasdaq First North Growth Market, which happened in December. Looking at business side of things, today we are a bit over 200 customers, pretty evenly split between business to business and business to consumer companies. We've got 40 plus solution partners, the aces within e-commerce in Scandinavia, the best ones at their trade. And the platform we are running transactions volumes is now surpassed 10 billion SEK, Swedish kroners. So it's quite a lot of transactions flowing through the platform, which is of course interesting in a potential perspective as well. Looking at some KPIs, some financial KPIs, like I said, we got the business model based on SaaS, it's subscriptions. We are now the main financial KPI is annual recurring revenue, ARR, and we are just north of 50 million now. The last quarter in Q4, we grew this number by 23%, and we've had a long row of quarters with growth in the range of 20 to 40%, which is our target for organic growth. Almost all of our revenue is stemming from ARR, so we're very much a product company, and we got a pretty good, decent, or more than decent maybe, but over 70% gross margin. The last 2 years average per quarter has been around 73%. So this gives us a lot of room to maneuver moving forward, both to build a value machine per se, but also invest like we do now in growth. The market we're on, no news here. Maybe it's in very strong growth, and this, of course, the digital transformation was already ongoing, but then Corona hit, and the last 12 months that's been a huge accelerator for anything in digital commerce. On the business to consumer side is very visible, like PostNord just came out with their report last week. We've been guessing around these numbers for a while, but then it became public that it was growth for digital commerce was 40% on the consumer side in Sweden last year. So extensive growth there, but not as much in the spotlight, but also growing very fast is the B2B market, digital commerce within B2B. And this is where we have a pretty strong position. So it's not as public when it comes to data and data sources, but we do our own survey, the Scandinavian business-to-business survey, and also there's various data sources that indicates that that confirms us in our belief that the business-to-business market will actually grow faster in the coming years. We've been doing pretty good so far. We got traction in the target market. Like I said, 200 plus customers, evenly split between business to business, business consumer. Churn is low. We've never been public with the exact number, so I can't tell you now either. But we define it as low. Customers tend to stand for a long time. When you look at the whole spectrum of customer, these are some example customers. If you're from the Nordics, you probably recognize a few of those on the right, pretty well-known consumer brands in e-commerce. Regardless if you're a B2B or business to consumer player, you stand today. As a business leader, you're faced with a lot of challenges. Everything is moving super fast. There's channels coming and going, opportunities, windows of opportunities opening and closing, and tons of various choices to make in your tech stack to enable you winning business. So everything this is always in play, and from our perspective, what we want to enable business leaders with is what they need is to face all this uncertainty. Flexibility, it's speed, and it's sales driving capability to drive growth, very important. And not very surprising, the last piece of the puzzle there is Litium, because our platform delivers on all these parameters. Pretty talky slide, but this shows the value proposition, or you could say it's a blueprint for how to run a digital sales machine in these days. In the core there, you got the core components of the Litium platform, which is the CMS, the PIM, the commerce. We got an accelerator layer around this with best practices, with everything that we've learned about e-commerce, so that you can access when you become a client to Litium to get to the market, and everything is delivered through cloud. Around our core is other systems that you need in your tech stack if you're going to run a truly automated and high-level digital business today, digital commerce business. So, for example, you need connections, automation with your ERP, your logistics systems, but also you want to reach out through channels, personalization, and of course payment providers to get the full tech stack needed to run digital commerce at a high level today. And we can provide that. So the positioning of our value proposition, if you look on the right there's some characteristics of what we think is the perfect customers for us or customers in our target market. We are operating in what we defined as a mid-market. Companies, of course, selling products then, because a platform is made for that. Between 10 million SEK up to like 10 billion SEK is the range that we're looking at. And not really some sort of roof on the platform. We haven't seen that yet, so it stands up for quite bigger loads of business than that. But that's the target market that we're aiming for. In Scandinavia, we estimate there's somewhat around like 15,000 of these companies fitting the bill, and also that you need to have ambition to do advanced digital commerce. Our product is as strong as the best product market fit is when the problem or the gain point to solve is pretty complex. You got a lot of products, you got a lot of complex products, or how they fit together. You want to do a lot of different channels, you want to do lots of different markets. That's where our product is very strong. So the value proposition then, we go to market, like I said, with a partner model, partner first, and customer acquisition model is built on two pipelines. First of all, of course, then the partner pipeline, we want them to help us, so we want to cooperate with lead generation, but we also got our own sales and marketing forces in play to control our own destiny, so to speak. But regardless of whether the lead came through our own channels or through the partner channel, we always go hand in hand up to the finish line when we close the deal. When we made a deal, customers or partners implement it and customize it to whatever customer needs there is. Usually takes like 3 to 6 months before you're up and running. You go live, and then we do joint customer success activities to help clients, customers succeed in our platform. Partners, very important for us to get leverage. These are some logotypes. If you're in that space, you probably know a few of them. To our experience and in our mind, we're working with the very best in e-commerce in the Scandinavian space. We got in numbers like 40 plus solution partners today, and an important number is also the number of certified tech consultants, because there's a strong correlation between how much the partners lift Litium in their business or customer interactions, and how many consultants you got certified. So today, quite a bit over 200 certified tech consultants in Litium platform. We estimate somewhere around like 600 people total in Scandinavia working on a daily basis with the Litium platform when you count in commercial and tech sides alongside. Looking forward, financial targets, we are looking to grow organically between 20 to 40%. That's our target. We've been in this range for quite a few quarters back now. We're choosing the corridor like that because the sales cycles are pretty long, and there's some volatility between quarters from time to time, depending on the number of deals that you actually close in a quarter. Last quarter, fourth quarter in 2020, we had a 23% growth, and we've been in that range during the 2020s. Looking forward for potential, always interesting, of course. We are, just to state that again, we are in a very strong growing market, and we got a good position there, so keep capturing that. We got a good position in business to business. We are chosen a lot of time. We are in a lot of opportunities when it comes to business and digitalizing of value chains or building your digital commerce efforts. We can add a few more partners. We are working with Elite in Scandinavia, but there are a few names that we would like to add to that. And of course, these are in some cases big consultancy houses, so we can do more business with them. So there is untapped potential in the partner network in Scandinavia as well. Attract new customers by keeping the product attractive. We do invest a lot in product development and intend to do so going forward to fuel our growth. And also continue to build the ecosystem around the Litium core. Important to drive growth. A lot of opportunity there. Penetration in general in Swedish market, we are Swedes from the get-go. We entered Norway, Denmark a couple of years back, and we are making progress. And then there's always, of course, also the added opportunity to go beyond these markets, because the platform as such is global. So, but the partner model that we are doing also takes some support to potential partners that we would do the market entry together with. All right, last slide, summary. Key takeaways when you think of Litium and our e-commerce platform. It's a highly scalable e-commerce platform, and the business model is scalable as well. We got strong growth in recurring revenue. We got strong growth and a high gross margin in combination. To us, very attractive. We are well positioned and keep on investing to capture this growth potential that we see for ourselves. So all in all, I mean, we're looking to build a value machine, delivering continuous value to both customers, partners, as well as shareholders going forward. And we are in a good position to do so. So Litium is rising. Right, that was my last thing.
Thank you very much, Patrik.
Thank you.
So amazing year for you as well. Could you elaborate a bit? What are the most important growth drivers behind your growth?
It's pretty evenly distributed between acquiring new customers and growing with existing customers. That's the main ones.
I see. And we didn't really see any spike in your quarterly revenue. One could perhaps expect that with the pandemic effect on e-commerce, etc. Why is that?
It's because we just started to publicly show the revenue split, so you can see the answer there. Over 80% of our revenue is from subscriptions, fixed subscriptions, and I think in Q4 it was 17% was coming from variable revenues like rev shares and our own variable parameters in contracts. So our business model is very much built on fixed subscriptions. So it's a longer movement for us. If you compare us to like Shopify or BigCommerce or others that got more like a rev share sort of business model, then you would see. I mean, the spike in digital commerce comes their way in a much more we call it more clear fashion than to us. So
on the other hand, perhaps if there is a reaction backwards, so to speak, you wouldn't be affected as much either then.
No, of course.
Obviously.
That's the other side of that coin.
Yeah. Great. What trends in general do you see in e-commerce? And do you think the strong growth will continue post-pandemic, or will we see a drop there, as we just mentioned, perhaps?
Two questions in one. I mean, trends, I mean, if you look on the tech side, composable commerce or headless commerce is a pretty strong trend, but it's all about flexibility, really. I mean, any business leader today want to handle that uncertainty or the opportunities you want to go for, and you don't know what tomorrow brings, right? So most of all, you want flexibility. You don't want those big monolith tech stacks that you had before. You want to be able to move and shift components in your tech stack to be able to go for new windows of opportunities. I think growth in general in digital commerce will slow down, like PostNord also stated in there. But that is mostly because we had such a spike this year.
Exactly.
So it will be hard to grow at the same levels after this year, right? But I mean the transformation to digital commerce it's ongoing. It's been for like 10 years, so it's not going to stop. We're only in the beginning of this, and if you compare Sweden, Scandinavia, and the penetration of digital commerce versus like Great Britain or Germany or China, which is at like 35% of commerce is done digital, we are far behind. So I mean,
and maybe even Stefan Löfven at one point or another will also.
Yeah, we'll see about that, I guess.
Yeah. Could you elaborate a bit, perhaps, how you work with upsales and increasing revenue from existing customers?
Yeah, there's two main ways there. I mean, we got a customer success team. I mean, we are focusing on primarily the most important for us, like I stated like early, in our mission is to make our customers outperform their peers, and if we can manage that, help them with doing that, we will also get that will be beneficial for us and our business as well. So that's our main focus. So customer success team is doing that. Yeah, and also there are the variable revenue streams also. As even though it's not as sort of significant as with Shopify, where you got a rev share business model firsthand, it's also some effect in that, of course. When customers grow, there's also a bigger part of variable revenue coming our way. So, yeah.
I see. And perhaps could you tell us a bit about your latest acquisition, Rishi, and your thoughts about that, and what kind of synergies this will bring, and how you view dropshipping as an offer?
First of all, we didn't acquire the company. It was an R&D acquisition, so we bought the rights to the code. Dropshipping per se is, I mean, it's a commercial tool to both go to market with a broader product range and do it in a very cost-efficient way. So I mean, a lot of customers in our target market are using dropship in various sort of levels. But they usually it's hard to say usually, but it's kind of common that they've built their own solutions. There are some automation gaps there that we would like to address. So we think we can put a very attractive offer out there in combination with our core tech stack. So that's what we're looking to do. But it will take some time before you see it in the market.
Okay, I see. And just to conclude, what do investors have to look forward to from Litium in 2021?
Oh, big things.
For sure.
But since we are listed, I can't really tell you about all our plans, but we are really looking forward to good 2021. Of course, shift to digital commerce will be strong and continue in many years to come. So we are well positioned. We are looking to catch this growth potential that we see for ourselves. So looking to make big things happen. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Patrik, and good luck on your journey.
Thank you. Thank you.